So the purpose of the panel today is really to look at how we can best help transform academic innovation into scalable industrial processes. We are going to explore an eclectic mix of micro and macro considerations. Nothing is off the cards for this discussion. We have here a fantastic panel, all actively involved with growing SMEs in the UK. And what I want to do is, rather than do formal introductions to the things, we're going to jump straight into it, and we're going to start with questions. But first of all, I'll just quickly meet with John, who's our culture media guru, through Rosalind Technical Learning, to find out more about him. And yeah, he's extremely talented chemical scientist at Qkine, and Prisby, who is the CTO at Extracellular, and new at Progress, totally go through. So, just one quick question from me. So, the regulatory landscape is incredibly rapidly evolving. What do you think is going to be the biggest impact both on your work at the moment, and the biggest impact for CARMA of this evolving regulatory landscape? And John, do you want to take that first?
Yeah, I think regulatory is something that people who don't work in the industry don't really think about. And as Catherine says, the regulatory landscape is changing. And the thing we really struggle to go over is clarity, both clarity in one country. What does the UK say about cultivated meat, or what does the EU say about cultivated meat? But also clarity internationally, so everybody's got different regulations. And that's something that can be really difficult to work our way through. But the sort of message I say, I think you can simplify regulation down to a couple of things. And for me, one of the first things is you need to know where your sales are from. Because all the regulators will ask you what's the source of your selling, and you have to have some sort of answer. And if you look back at the biotherapeutic industry, the regulators ask for a history and testing. Testing alone is not enough, so you have to think about history. And the second thing the regulators are really asking about is food safety. And if you look at the history of human stem cell, lots of compounds are added into human stem cells to keep them pluripotent. They're pharmaceutical molecules. You can't add them into food. There's two reasons why you can't add them into food. You don't want to give human drugs that you don't need. But more importantly, if they don't have a toxicology profile, you don't know what a safe limit is. So therefore the safe limit is intolerant. And so those two challenges is knowing where everything comes from and knowing what you add, the impact of what you add, I think are really key. And if you keep those two things in mind, I think as the regulatory landscape changes around us, I think you'll be much more able to cope with those changes.
Yeah, I think that's also right. I had that in the answers on that. I think we need to keep in mind also the perspective of the people. Customer B2S, why I love the environment in the regulatory bodies. That's what is important when we kind of discuss it today. People will be afraid of things that they don't know. People will be afraid for things that research may leak out of grade. So any research, any area of development should be also keep in mind when you are presenting this to it. You're gonna have to convince some person to eat that, to feed that with that her kids. So it's important to keep that. Maybe we know that certain, growth factors are not toxic, but how you gonna explain that to people? So we need actually very clever academics to start thinking about those things and start having conversation with people, because that's the limitation of the industry in terms of the regulatory to bring some thing.
And I think as well, for any normal industry, when it comes to that sort of big done with a regulatory framework, it's a bit of a feedback loop where, there's new products coming in, there's more R&D going into a certain sector or the other. It's a learning curve, basically. So I think that sort of ability to involve with people across the board, have that information that becomes relevant and key to address things like food safety and to really maintain the quality for a solid product or to answer one of it really. I think that becomes essential. So I think dialogue is key to that area.